So the AIDWA delegation with Brinda Karath, PK Srimati and myself visited Manipur. We have read about what's happening in Manipur, but those words cannot really describe the reality. We have seen the trauma, the misery, the barbarism, the unnerving situation over there. We met Joshua, whose 7-year-old son and wife and a friend was burnt in an ambulance. The police took them to the hospital in an ambulance when the son was hit by a sniper, but on the way mysteriously disappeared, and then they were left at the mercy of the mobs. And that's the time when the mobs took over and burned them alive. Joshua is numb. Similarly, a family lost their 18-year-old son who was working in an iron factory. He rang up his mother to say that he's feeling unsafe and went to a friend's house. But the mobs caught him there, dragged him, beat him to death and burnt him. There are innumerable such stories, not written about, unknown. No one knows where the children are, where their dead bodies are. The parents are in a trauma. They only want to see their dead children. But the government has abdicated its responsibility. A young 24-year-old woman from a relief camp gave birth to a baby boy. She was rushed to the hospital and there were no doctors. She died due to excessive bleeding. The Modi-Shah government in Delhi is continuing to support a chief minister who is complicit in this barbarity. The people of Manipur are saying, help us. All that we want is justice. We want our children to rest in peace who have died. We want our lives back. We want to live normally with each other. Help us. The accused, the rapists, the murderers, they are all free. No one has been arrested. But we are suffering. The people are angry with the government. The people want the government to be held responsible. They are saying that this chief minister needs to go because he left the people of Manipur at the mercy of the mobs instead of coming forward to save them. We went to the relief camps. Nearly 350 relief camps are there in Manipur where more than 55,000 people, women, men, old people, children are staying there. Bare necessities are also not available. Some of the relief camps, they do not have beds, they do not have mattresses, they don't have anything to sleep on. They don't have anything much to eat. Just dal and rice is being supplied for 3 months. People have been staying there for 3 months. They don't know what has happened to their houses. Their houses are burnt to ashes. One of them said that they had recently built a new house and that house is now no more. When we asked some of them, what do you have to say? They said, there are no words to describe the multiple losses that we have suffered. What do we say? We have been pushed into a situation beyond our control. We lived happily with each other. Overnight, we have become enemies. The divide is deep. The despair is deep. Women have said that we have been robbed of our dignity and self-respect. We are humiliated. We are embarrassed to live in these camps. We have to live with people's handouts. We are wearing old clothes. We do not know how long we will be living here. And nobody has any answers to that. We met the governor. We told her the children are out of school. In the valley, only some schools have started. But most of the children are out of school. We have apprised her of the situation. She has promised us that she will try to do her best. She has met some victims of violence, but she knows the situation requires much more to be done. It is only the philanthropic organizations, NGOs, women's organizations, the common people who have come forward to help. They have provided some kind of relief. There are some young psychologists, young girls who are dealing with women and children who are suffering trauma. They are trying to help their best, but it's insufficient. It's the government who has to take this responsibility. She said finally that she is very happy that the Supreme Court has taken note of the situation in Manipur. But much more needs to be done. As Indians, we all need to come forward. The women of Manipur everywhere, either in the hills or in the valley, have said, and they have told us, convey this to every woman in India, that we do not want any woman to suffer what we have suffered. Any woman to be a victim of atrocity as we have been, as our children have been. We want every woman to be having a right to live a life with dignity, and we also want dignity.